Hi, dear cricket fans, friends, and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Welcome to this Sunday edition of Cricket Happenings, where we are going to look at two matches which are being played and two matches which are finished. The first match that we are going to look at is between New Zealand and Canada, which was for the first time in this ICC Cricket World Cup 2011. The Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai saw its first match yesterday, and well, it resulted in a very easy win for New Zealand. They made 358 for 6. Batting first on this wicket when actually it was the Canadian captain Ashish Bagai who won the toss. And well, it was a right decision of Ashish Bagai to actually put the New Zealanders into bat, because there was some early movement for Khurram Chauhan, who was not making it life any easy for the New Zealand openers Martin Guptill and Brendon McCullum. And Henry Osinde wouldn't bowl the right lines. He couldn't really keep on the promise that he showed in the previous matches. But yes, Khurram Chauhan was quite good, but he was also sometimes wayward, but still he bowled very well. Well, they didn't get off to a good start. Martin Guptill was the first to go out for 17. The principal contributor there being Brendon McCullum, getting 101 of 109 balls with 12 fours and 2 sixes. Harvey Baidwan was a bit unlucky. He was the costliest figures yesterday, 9.1 overs, no maiden, 3 for 84. But I thought trifle unlucky not to get the wickets there. Jesse Ryder contributed. I wouldn't say a very quick 38. It was a 38 which was unlike a Jesse Ryder knock. 38 of 56 balls, 3 fours. But Ross Taylor smashed it all around the park. Just continuing where he left off against Pakistan by collecting 74 runs of just 44 deliveries. 6 fours and 5 sixes studded that effort from Ross Taylor, smashing it around the park there. And then there were some quick cameos coming in from Kane Williamson, 34 of 38, 27 balls with 4 fours. Then there was a very quick stylish knock of 35 of 20 balls, 3 fours and 2 sixes. And well, New Zealand finished with a very grand total of 358 for 6 wickets at a rate of 7.16 run per over. As far as the Canadian bowling was concerned, Khurram Chauhan 7 overs no maiden for 40. I thought he bowled well. Henry Osinde 7 overs no maiden, none for 52. Baidwan was the most costliest, 9.1 overs no maiden, 84 runs and 3 wickets. Rizwan Cheema was called off after bowling some beamers at the end. Rizwan Cheema 4.5 overs no maiden, 64 runs and no wickets. He was really clattered by Ross Taylor. Balaji Rao 10 overs no maiden, 2 for 62. Davison 10 overs 1 maiden, 1 for 30 was the pick of the lot yesterday as far as the bowling was concerned, and Jimmy Hansra bowled 2 overs for 21. The Canadian innings, they finished at 261 for 9 in the 50 overs. The best knock there coming from Ashish Bagai, the captain, playing a real captain's knock there, making 84 of 87 balls with 10 fours. Herald Patel was impressive, making 31 of 35 balls with 5 fours and 1 6. Well, they really didn't have a good start. They lost their Ravindu Gunashekara early on in the over to Kyle Mills. Kyle Mills couldn't take any further participation. In fact, he had good figures of 2.4 overs, 1 maiden, 2 runs and 2 wickets. He couldn't take any further participation in the match because of some injury. Jimmy Hansra and Ashish Bagai combined into a very good stand of almost 125 runs, which was a record for Canada in one-day internationals, I would say. And Jimmy Hansra was there even at the end, not out on 70 of 105 balls, 4 fours and 1 6. Rizwan Cheema disappointed the spectators here, out for 2. John Davison, well, his fielding was a bit, he dropped some catches while batting. He made 15 of 21 balls with 2 fours, but it was a bit lackadaisical, and that resulted in him in being run out. Other than that, there was not much. And Khurram Chauhan in the end just threw his bat around for 22 of 16 balls with 2 fours and 1 6. 261 for 9 Canada, putting up their highest score here in the World Cup here. New Zealand won this match by 97 runs comfortably. Kyle Mills 2.4 overs 1 maiden, 2 runs, 2 wickets. Couldn't take any further participation in the match. Tim Southee bowled well, 10 overs 1 maiden, 1 for 36. He has been doing exceedingly well in this World Cup. Jesse Ryder 1.2 overs no maiden, 1 for 15. Jacob Oram bowled his full quota of 10 overs 1 maiden, 47 runs and 3 wickets. 4 overs for 31 for James Franklin, a bit costly there. Nathan McCullum 8 overs, a bit carted at the end by Khurram Chauhan and the other batsmen there. 8 overs no maiden, 1 for 56, with Jimmy Hansra and Khurram Chauhan actually helping them for 6s. Scott Starry's 10 overs no maiden for 41 bowled well, and Kane Williamson wheeled his arm over with 4 overs for 26 runs. And New Zealand get the 2 points. They are the team which is on the top now and almost assured of, actually. They made their made their place in the quarterfinals now. Brendon McCullum of New Zealand very rightly was adjudged man of the match. Now, as far as the next match is concerned, now between Australia and Kenya, there was a lot of talk going on. This was being played at the Chinnaswamy Stadium here in Bangalore, and well, there was a lot of talk going on. How would the Kenyan batsmen actually play the pace? But let me tell you that Kenya really showed a lot of pluck. It was a very gallant fight back by Kenya. In fact, Australia was the ones who actually batted first on this Bangalore pitch. They chose to bat and racked up a score of 324 for 6. Some good knocks coming there for Shane Watson at the top of the order, not making much use of the surroundings there. Made 21 of 17 balls with 3 fours and 1 6, was out very early on to Odhiambo. Other than that, Brad Haddon contributed a good 70, 65, 79 balls, 9 4, 1 6. But Ricky Ponting, I wouldn't say it was an impressive knock, 36. He was struggling to, even though he hit 5 fours, I thought it could have been much better than that, probably playing against the Minnows. But Colin Sobuya, who actually picked up his wicket for 36 or 54 balls with 5 fours, and it was LBW. But the highest scorer was Michael Clark. He was looking in good nick today. He contributed 93 of 80 balls, 7 fours and 1 6. He was playing all his trademark shots, his cuts. He was also hitting the ball very well. And then Michael Hussey coming back into the... in fact, Cameron White continued his lean run of form here, making just 2 out of 6 balls, being bowled by the Kenyan captain Jimmy Kamande. Michael Hussey made a very good 54, showing his deft touch and also good use of the feet. He made 54 of 43 balls, 4 fours. And then Steve Smith was not out on 17. Mitchell Johnson was not out on 12. 324 for 6 was the final score for Australia on the board after 50 overs. Odoyo, 10 overs, no made and none for 50. 8 overs for 75 for Elijah Otino, the pace bowler. Odhiambo, 10 overs, 1 made and 357, was the most successful bowler for Kenya. Gochi, 8 overs, went for 56. Jimmy Kamande bowled very well, I thought. 10 overs, no made and 246. And 4 overs, no made and 1 for 33 for Colin Sobuya, who actually went on to not only take the man of the match, with such a gritty display, and he was the real toast, I would say. I really felt sorry for him that he couldn't actually go on to make a century. He finished high and dry, not out on 98 of 129 balls with 9 fours and 3 sixes. Very good sixes. He hit Shane Watson for 2 sixes. And at the top of the order, Alex Obanda was the person who really showed a lot of... he hit the beautiful shot. In fact, just imagine Sean Tate being hit right over the side screen for a 6. That was a majestic 6 by Obanda. It was hit with lots of fours, and he was clean bowled by Tite, because Tite came back with a comeback delivery. He clean bowled him for 14 of 10 balls with 2 sixes. In fact, Alex Obanda had 2 sixes in his score of 14. The chase was started off very well. They went off in very aggressive fashion. Maurice Oma, the wicketkeeper, was snapped up by Haddon behind the stumps of the bowling of Bretley for 4 of 13 balls. And then the Colin Sobuya and the David Obuya brothers were in the middle and just trying to stabilize things. And well, David Obuya was out. Actually, there was a run in that, and I thought Colin Sobuya was guilty there. And the Obuya brothers, David Obuya, was gone, run out for 12. And that is the time when they thought 46 for 3, probably Australia might wrap it up very quickly, but not to be, as Tanmay Mishra and Colin Sobuya combined into a very good partnership. It was a very fruitful partnership. In fact, from the 10th over, they almost played 25 overs to actually take the score on to 161 and keep the hopes flying for Kenya. And Tanmay Mishra was absolutely impressive today. His feet movement was superb against the spinners. He was using his feet. He was in twinkling feet with the spinners. He was lofting the ball. He hit 162 of the bowling of Jason Kredza. He made 72 before being run out of 89 balls with 8 fours and 1 6. Then it was and Tanmay Mishra, let me tell you, he was very impressive. He looks a real player for the future as far as Kenya is concerned. And I really feel sorry for Tanmay Mishra that he had to be run out for 72 of 89 balls, 8 4 1 6. He was looking very good. He knew where exactly the fielders were. He was piercing the gap very well, and he was very impressive in the commentators' box. One would have seen, it was seen that they were really praising Tanmay Mishra for the way he was playing there. And why not? And Colin Sobuya, and then Thomas Odoyo joined him, 161 for 4 when Tanmay Mishra departed. And after that, the score went on, because Thomas Odoyo joined. And Thomas Odoyo also contributed very well, 35 of 38 balls, 4 fours and 1 6. But Colin Sobuya was absolutely superb. There was some in the batting power play. They took 46 runs of the Australian bowling, 98 of 129 balls of 9 fours and 3 sixes. Richly deserved a century. Unfortunately, he was denied that by Australia, as in the end he was not out on 98 with the Kenyan innings. In fact, finishing at 264 for 6. But let me tell you, Kenya really showed a lot of pluck and a lot of fight here, and that is what is very interesting with the minnows here. Australia won this match definitely by 60 runs, but I'm sure they would be really not be happy about it, because they helped Kenya. Actually, Kenya could score 264. That itself is a big effort from Kenya. And Kenya scored the biggest, their highest in this World Cup, 264. As far as the bowling figures went, Brett Lee 8 overs 1 minute 1 for 26 was the best. Sean Tate 8 overs cost him 249. Johnson 8 overs 1 minute none for 40. Stephen Smith 6 overs cost him 36 runs. Jason Trezabal 8 overs no made and none for 36. Michael Clark 5 overs for 21, and Shane Watson 7 overs no made and none for 48. Coming in for some real tap here from Thomas Odoyo and Colin Sobuya, who actually took the score from 161 for 4 in the 36th over till the 47th over, when they lost the wicket at 247, the 5th wicket. But all in all, let me tell you, Kenya definitely would really savor this knock of Colin Sobuya today. And also Tanmay Mishra, watch out for this bloke, kid Tanmay Mishra. I think he has a bright future ahead of him. And Colin Sobuya, as usual, he was in the previous matches he was actually playing very well, but today he really flowered along. And what a great moment it would have been if actually he had hit a century. But Colin Sobuya, keep up the good work. So tomorrow, dear cricket fans, we have a match between Bangladesh and Netherlands, and this would be a day game. Until then, this is your host Ram, signing off for the day and bidding you good night. Thank you.